PlayStation.
Turned us into bosses. That's my look. Oh yeah. Hey, I found a loophole. I found one. Been since a youngster. Fully, we can't let no punk us. About no, I treat a model like a.
Hi everyone, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the San Antonio Spurs. And then on Friday, they'll tip it off, a road trip beginning in Oklahoma City where they'll take on the Thunder.
And you know, for that Pistons game, that will be game number 10 for them. Starting to get into the full swing of things. Should be a fun one.
And now the New York Knicks starters. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Robinson in at center. And for the Rockets, running the wings, they'll go with Green and Brooks. The post pair form, it'll be Smith and Şengün. And it's Van Vliet in at the point guard. And with a few games in the books, Greg, what's the key for coaches during this part of the season?
Kevin, if I were a head coach, I'd be trying to nail down my best five. NBA games are mostly decided in that final 3 or 4 minutes, so I want to know who I can trust when it matters most.
Here's Smith after Mikal Bridges' bucket. Nice shot by Smith.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
With it, now defended by Şengün, and he comes up with the deuce.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here's Green. He really played well in that last game against Golden State. Ahead, here's Bridges, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
And Bridges refusing to settle for the layup, locked in on throwing it down.
Van Vliet against Brunson. Van Vliet looking around. Shoots over Brunson. Bank shot, no good. For New York, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Towns, the pass to Anunoby. Back to Towns. Over Smith. Rebound by Smith.
Defense pulled out all the stops to shut him down there.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, I caught up with Coach Ime Udoka, and they're focused on limiting one of the best shooting bigs ever in Karl Anthony Towns. Now, Coach said earlier, Towns is a machine on the offensive end. We'll try to make Cat into a passer, get the ball out of his hands. We'll see if they can accomplish that. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Van Vliet can't get it to go.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And Van Vliet, not the same scorer he once was, Richard, but he has improved his playmaking.
And that's the adjustment that Van Vliet needed to make. The scoring doesn't always have to be there for him. But if he can set up, facilitate, and be a game manager, he'll find a large role.
Now, Brunson, following the miss by Fred Van Vliet from deep. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul. Checking in for the Knicks. Number 55, Ariel, 40.
Green against Bridges. Down low. Here's Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Plenty of power on that slam. Towns was not messing around.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to talk to his guys.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen.
for the Knicks. Achua, he's checked in for Towns. Josh Hart comes in for OG Anunoby. And Miles McBride subbed in for Mikal Bridges. Now here's Green. A three-pointer is right on target.
Continuing to improve that three-point shot. Green hits this one.
For the New York Knicks, they won their last contest against the Pistons in Detroit.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
The bench production was huge, no doubt. A testament to how well prepared this coaching staff is for these tough road games.
New York shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
Taking 2 shots.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Pass to Green. It's Brooks on the wing. Back to Green. Now here is Smith. It's deflected. Brooks finds Green. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Van Vliet. The 3. It's rebounded by New York. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Houston this season.
In their meetings last year, they split the season series. Happens a fair amount between teams from the East and West.
A somewhat surprising split. One team made the playoffs and the other was lottery bound.
Van Vliet against Brunson. To the middle. Here's Hart. Another shot. To the right side. Up top, McBride. Guarded by Green. Here's Brunson. And finally they hit one.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Houston Rockets. 4-point game. So RJ, the Rockets last year, they were exactly at 500. 41 up and 41 down.
Still, they missed the play-in by 5 games. In the East, they easily are in. That just tells you how difficult a rebuild in the Western Conference is. And Houston is up against it. No, it's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
McBride with the ball, guarded by Green. Here's Achua. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Jabari Smith picks one up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Knicks.
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Tari Eason's checked in for Jabari Smith. Cam Whitmore comes in for Brooks. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Green. And Aaron Holiday's subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Now here is Holiday. Fires for 3. Akporti grabs the rebound.
They hold the early advantage on the glass. Looking now at some numbers for Thompson. The season for him last year. He was around 9 points per last year. 6 rebounds and 2 assists. And when they need to add defense, that's who they look to.
It's hard to find defensive spark plugs, but he is one of them. The whole team comes alive on D when he's in the game.
Shepard's checked in for Aaron Holiday. Towns, he's checked in for the Knicks. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Pass to Eason.
2 minutes.
Here's Şengün.
2 minutes.
It's rebounded by New York. Hart's got his 4th rebound in this one. A minute 50 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Koek. Left side, Towns. And stolen by Eason. Now Shepard. Thompson surveying the floor. Here's Shepard, defended by Towns. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Offensive rebound. Şengün, and he uses the glass on the layup. Şengün's got his second basket.
That is where Şengün is best, around the hoop with great touch.
Achua in the corner. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Lays it up off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 5.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Thompson. Tries again. And it's good on the way in.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Now here's Towns. He had 25 points last game. Good work there as it goes. Towns has got 6.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
Here's Shepherd. He takes it in. Banked in off the glass.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
New York leading by 3. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Towns down low. Şengün's there.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Here's Shepherd. And the layup falls. Now just a 1-point New York lead.
The feet are what made that play happen inside for Shepherd.
Inside. And the dunk by Towns.
And not only does he get all the way to the rim in traffic, but how about he goes to the reverse?
You got to be kidding me. That was awesome. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Knicks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
They're playing for one another and focusing on making winning plays. You love to see it.
Great Kentucky native Reed Shepherd followed in his dad's footsteps and stayed local for his college years.
How cool was that? His dad, winning 2 national championships for the Bluegrass State, was named the MVP of the '98 college tournament, and he even had a brief stint in the NBA. Reed, the 3rd overall pick of the 2024 draft, blazing his own trail.
They've got Adams. Tari Eason is out there with Whitmore. Then there's Amen Thompson, and it's Green in at the 1. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Rockets. Back to Whitmore. They grab their own miss. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Whitmore's got his first bucket of the night.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Here's Kolek, guarded by Green. Pass to Hart. To the paint. It's stolen by Adams. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way.
So far proving he can score in this league. Green drawing more attention from the defense.
The Rockets shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
And that one falls, and that puts them up by 1 point. Well, we've seen this a few times, Richard. Players getting booed at home. And it's got to be painful for a player.
You get taken back a little bit. For some players, it's deserved, but it's always a surprise. But you have to be self-aware. Did you deserve to get booed? In most cases, it's true.
Green deciding where to go with it. Pass to Adams. Fires the 3. The Rockets with another miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What do you got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thanks. Jalen Green has shown he's capable of carrying a team offensively. He said, "It feels good knowing that my teammates believe in me to do that. Had to learn a lot of things to grow, but that's what I work for. I want to be one of those guys that you give the ball to in crunch time." Kevin, I always want to give the mic to you in crunch time. Back to you.
Oh, David, you are an unselfish playmaker, and I appreciate that. By the way, Green can be electric and so fun to watch. Hey, D.A., thanks. And a whole new group out on the floor right now for the Knicks. Here's Towns. With that miss, he is now 4 for 7 from the field. There's Green with the three. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Here's Bridges, and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
And now let's take a moment to check out the stats for Green. He had a strong showing last season. He put up about 19 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
He's someone you can rely on to bring it on a nightly basis. When they need a basket, he's the guy they turn to.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Jabari Smith comes in for Whitmore. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Amen Thompson. Towns the screen. Thompson with it. Now Smith defending to the inside. Towns is doubled. Stolen by VanVleet. And here we go. VanVleet heading to the hoop. Anunoby sends it back. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball here. VanVleet against Brunson. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen. Now here the 2K leaderboard with last season's top rebounding teams. The Rockets 4th. Number 5, the Knicks.
I mean, these clubs are almost a mirror image of one another in that regard. You look at the rebounding numbers, really impressive just how physically dominant they both are in the paint.
VanVleet against Brunson. Robinson a screen on VanVleet. Brunson the pass to Robinson. And he makes that one. 6 points for Mitchell Robinson.
And you see how Brunson's fine-tuned his playmaking ability. That pass on time and on point.
Adams with it. Now guarded by Towns. And again the turnover by the Rockets.
A moment to check out the numbers for Fred VanVleet. He's coming off an excellent season, and he ended up in the top 15 in steals as well. Some of the quickest hands in the league.
And his floor awareness was impeccable last season. As you mentioned, top 10 in assists. Just does a great job of getting everyone involved. Catching up on the changes for Houston. Şengün's checked in for Steven Adams, and it's Dylan Brooks in for Tari Eason. Towns kicks to Robinson. To the middle with his first shot attempt, and the shot will not go from Anunoby. For Houston, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. On the wing, Brooks. Houston moving it around. Green up on top. 5 on the clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. And Şengün throws it down.
Love seeing Şengün go up strong, leaving no room for error with that finish.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Here they come, your Rock City Knicks.
New York trailing. Now here's Brunson. His last outing, he had 24 points.
A relentless defender, Smith, proving how disruptive he can be on that end.
And it's VanVleet with the ball for the Houston Rockets. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Back to Green. To the paint. Brooks misses. For the Houston Rockets, they won their last contest in that game against Golden State. Hart the pass to Brunson. Towns in the corner. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Here's Kolek. Anunoby screen on Green. Pass to Hart. Rebound by Smith. Houston's got into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts.
First personal foul.
And that kind of stifling effort on defense needs another look.
And boy, did he get up quick to reject that shot. That's as fundamental as defense gets.
Van Vliet with it. He's got 7. Here's Şengün, defended by Towns. Green draws the double. Back to Şengün. 6 on the shot clock.
2 minutes.
Here's Van Vliet.
And even though he hasn't been himself, it hasn't affected his team too much. They've still got the lead.
Here's Kolek, covered by Smith. It's tipped. It's taken away by Smith. Outside, Green. A baseline J. It's rebounded by New York.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
And one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
Taking 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Houston making some changes. Tari Eason's checked in for Smith. That's Thompson in for Jalen Green. And he sinks the second. Here's Van Vliet. Brooks outside. Van Vliet sets the pick for Brooks. Van Vliet against Brunson. Pass to Thompson. 6 to shoot. The Rockets with another miss.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Nailed from three-point land.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Pass to Van Vliet. The 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Van Vliet's got 10.
After failing to knock down anything from deep in the first quarter, he's got 2 to go here in the second.
Here's the screen. Here's Brunson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Brunson, a very physical player, someone that understands how to bait defenders into fouling.
And that one misses.
2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. Houston's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range. Brunson against Van Vliet. Shot clock at 5. Şengün with a screen on Brunson. And Şengün gets it to go on the assist from Van Vliet.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Rockets lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Coach, the league going back and forth. How do you get separation from them in the second half?
We got to play with more energy. We're playing a low-energy game. offensively and defensively. So we're just trading buckets. We're not getting anywhere.
Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
The Bucks will face off against the Cavaliers out in Cleveland. Tip-off is 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
I'm looking for a possible upset.
Now let's change gears back to the New York Knicks, who find themselves in a tightly contested ball game.
They've been too sloppy with the ball. Coaching staff cannot be happy with all the turnovers.
Tough to win when you can't hold on to the ball. Of course, it might help if they had the hands the size of Shaq.
And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin Harlan and the crew for the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Fred VanVleet really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Here's who Tom Thibodeau is starting the second half with. We've got Anunoby. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the shooting guard. Outside, Green. Over Bridges. Green, no luck.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Towns. Pass to Brunson. Brunson being aggressive.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with him.
Green against Bridges. Outside, Green. Shot from the wing. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got 4 rebounds in this game. Bridges with it. Now Green defending. Bridges shot. Good. Bridges has got 6.
The defense makes Bridges work for it, but he is more than up for the task.
Brooks against Anunoby. Brooks kicks to VanVleet. That's all good, and that's his 5th basket of the game. He's shooting 5 for 11 now.
Capable of very big nights. VanVleet has the ball in his hands a lot, and that can turn into buckets.
Brunson downhill, and the layup is good. Brunson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Smith. The shot, no good. Towns with the defensive effort.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Oh, muscling it in, Brunson.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Richard, one thing you don't see Mikal Bridges do is miss games. He is always out there.
I think it would take a lot to make him sit out of a game. He is committed to being there for his team. It's so impressive.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that really made their opposing teams earn their points a season ago. Second, the Knicks.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
VanVleet finds Brooks. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. And good that time. And that's 10 points for Şengün.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
On the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight, Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. Smith, and it's good, 2 points. Smith's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, love the determination Smith showed there, refusing to let the contact alter his shot.
The Rockets have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Here's Brooks. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Here's Payne. No good again that time. Rockets leading by 4. Van Vliet passes to Smith, and then Smith with the dunk.
And guys, we're going to see a lot of that on this show, man. Smith right now, beasting.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. Looking for a breather, and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. Houston making a switch. Eason's checked in. For 3, Bridges. Here's Sims. Pass to Ryan. No good on the triple.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
In a major drought, need to find some sort of momentum.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
There's the screen. Here's Payne. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Here's Eason. No good. Some solid defense from Hart. Knicks trail by 6. Bridges deciding where to go with it. Pass to Payne. Bridges against Green. Shot clock at 6. Bridges shot. Good. Bridges has got 4 this quarter.
Bridges showing his versatility, running the pick and roll.
And here is Van Vliet. He's got 14. Shoots over Payne. Van Vliet can't get it to go. The Knicks have gone a solid 6 of 11 when shooting here in the third quarter. Here's Bridges. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Yeah, Bridges has many ways to convert inside, which can make it tough to stop him.
And so it's Houston with it. The lead is 2. They host the Spurs after this one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Cam Whitmore, he's checked in for the Rockets. Amen Thompson comes in for Jalen Green. Tries a 3 off the inbound. The rebound by McBride.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Bridges dishes to Towns. For the tie. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And there are subtleties to Big Cat's approach. Nice pump fake that time.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Rockets.
Great heads-up defensive play tonight, creating offensive opportunities for themselves by forcing deflections.
And also, guys, how about the hustle we've seen on the boards? They're getting after it and cashing in on second chance scoring opportunities.
Van Vliet wide open. Connects from 3-point range. Van Vliet's got 7 points here in this quarter.
He was solid in the first half from deep. He's a guy who can get hot. Let's see how he does here in the second.
There's a screen by Robinson. Here's Golick. And that one, good.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
and they look like a completely different team. I wonder what coach said to them at halftime to help spark this momentum change.
Now here's Van Vliet. Tight defense on him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Easton passes to Van Vliet. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Towns. For New York, they've gone 8 of 13 on shot attempts to begin the second half. Greg, what's the key thing Fred Van Vliet brings to this offense?
I feel like he's really a centering presence, Kevin. The guys can look to him to call the play, to give them their orders, and trust that he's setting them up for success.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Whitmore. From outside the arc, drills the three-pointer. Whitmore's got 5.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Towns the screen. Down low, and the dunk by Towns.
Bridges has shown a lot of growth as a ball handler and as a distributor.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Van Vliet. Knicks with the rebound.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Substitution on the court.
Here's McBride. He's covered by Thompson. They now take the lead. 7 points in the game as we approach the fourth quarter. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion. I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Off the inbound pass. And again, it's the Rockets from deep.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Houston on top. They lead by 2. It's the NBA on. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Thompson is out there with Jalen Green. Then it's Tari Eason. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Whitmore in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Houston right now. And so it's Hard who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Trailing by 2. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip.
Well, there's no shortage of verticality to Whitmore's game. He makes for a big target above the rim.
And stolen by Thompson. Inside. Here's Whitmore. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Whatever adjustments were made at half, boy, they are working. He's looking like a different player since the break.
Miles McBride's checked in for New York. And RJ, even without a consistent jumper, Amen Thompson has proven to be a productive player.
And that jumper should develop over time, but he does everything else at a high level. He's extremely versatile, especially on that defensive end, Kevin.
Towns for 3. And they'll get another chance. Pass to McBride. Clock at 6. New York needs to get off a shot. Yep, that one goes.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside, Green. And here's Thompson, defended by Hart. Now Whitmore. Off target from outside.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
They get it back. The shot will not fall. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He knows every possession is critical now. So for the Rockets, Şengün comes in for Adams. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Green. And the Knicks making a change here. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Ime Udoka's huddle. And he was real calm during the timeout. He was smiling when he told the team, we're up. Game plan is working. Go out there and have fun. It's always fun when you're up late. Guys?
Thank you, David. To the paint. Here's Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Cutting into that deficit now, well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
Green, he's checked in for Cam Whitmore. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Brunson's checked in. VanVleet on the wing. Brunson covering. VanVleet against Brunson. VanVleet can't get it to go. Here's Anunoby. Achua. Eason grabs the board. Houston leading by 4. Pass to Şengün. Misses the baby hook. Knicks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Brunson with it. Now defended by Şengün. He gets that one.
Well, I don't know what Coach said to him at half, but his shooting has been tremendous here in the second.
VanVleet against Brunson. Now, here's Şengün. Not a lot of room. Thompson passes to Şengün. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. 14 points for Şengün.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
And the timeout called here by Tom Thibodeau. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Whitmore, he's checked in for the Rockets. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Bridges checks in. Knicks trail by 4. Brunson with it. Now defended by Şengün. Brunson, good.
Well, after an uneven first half, he's managed to right the ship and get things going.
VanVleet passes to Şengün. For the 3. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Bridges against Thompson. To tie it up. And it's all evened up.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
Here's Whitmore. Defended by Bridges. And And that one's good. Whitmore's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Let's get an update on Jalen Green. What's the status there, David?
Thanks, Kevin. I just talked with the Rockets' head athletic trainer. Oh, that is not what you want to see. It sounds like it's a serious injury. Now, this team came into the season with some high hopes. It's not the way they wanted to start things off. Kevin?
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
And the Rockets making a change here. Smith has checked in.
Smith with the size and lift to elevate above the crowd and knock down jumpers when he gets to his spot.
Robinson a screen on Thompson. Bridges. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Smith. Out to Thompson. The second effort. It's rebounded by New York.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Here's Bridges. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
They needed that hoop from Bridges, and he delivered.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. So for the Rockets, Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for Tari Eason. And Jalen Green subbed in for Thompson. Houston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. In the corner, Smith with it. Brooks outside. Bridges against Green. For 3, Van Vliet. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Van Vliet's got 20.
What separates Van Vliet from others is his competitive toughness. He is not going to shy away from a moment.
Brunson surveying the D. And Towns throws it down.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting the chance to come up big for his team.
Smith outside.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Back to Van Vliet. Şengün with a screen on Brunson. And Şengün throws it down.
And that's an important shot from Şengün. He takes pride in delivering in big spots.
Brunson, not bothered by the contact.
And he lives for the moment. Brunson playing his best during crunch time.
Van Vliet against Brunson. Van Vliet kicks to Smith. Got a piece of it. 6 to shoot. Bridges with the steal. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Just look at those stats from Bridges, and he is feeling it.
1:22 left in the fourth quarter. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. The Knicks pull it in. Robinson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Robinson a screen on Green. Here's Bridges. Drives to the hoop.
How clutch is that from Bridges coming through at a huge moment?
Rockets trail by 3. Van Vliet outside. Over Brunson. The Rockets with another miss. The Knicks shooting is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. Game could be on the line right here.
It's now or never.
Here's Green. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Mitchell Robinson.
You can tell Green is fearless on the floor, right into the defender with his shot.
Hard, he's checked in for Anunoby. And he ends up making the second, and that brings them within 2 here.
Only down 2 now, but that miss might come back to haunt you. If they don't get a stop, it's back to a 2-possession game.
VanVleet against Brunson. Money!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. Achua, he's checked in for the Knicks. 26 seconds left in the fourth. VanVleet against Brunson. Now here's VanVleet. He's tightly guarded. Brunson with some nice D. And they commit an intentional foul. See another one of those so they can get into the penalty. And he commits the intentional foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Third team foul.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
Mikal Bridges.
And so he drops them both. It's a 6-point ball game.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That pretty much do it.
3-pointer, Brooks. Brunson outside. So it's New York picking up the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother him. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Carl. Congrats on the win. How did you guys secure the victory in crunch time?
We fixed some mistakes we made in the first 3 quarters, and we just smothered them on defense. We tried to do everything we can to get them off the 3-point line, trying to contest every shot. We just made it difficult.
And that led to a win for you. Congrats. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Mikal Bridges.